I know for a fact that we have negotiated contingency plans, put in place contingency plans with every single trust where Unison members are taking strike action. And to try and scare the public by telling them that hasn't happened is utterly disgraceful, and it's a sign, I think, that they know they're under pressure, and they're trying to divert attention away from their failure.
What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? When? 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 What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we
We are still responding to calls, so we will be leaving the picket line if we get sent a job. Obviously, it's not what we wanted, but our threats and our queries haven't been appreciated by the government. So this is what we had to do to try and get their attention.
Well, I think it's been absolutely overwhelming. I've been an official for the GMB for 25 years and I've never actually seen this level of public support for a group of striking workers. I think it just goes you to show what high regard all of our uniformed services are held in by the public. And we've had members of the public dropping off food for our striking members today. We've obviously, you can hear the cars honking their horns as they drive past, and we know from the polls that public support for this strike is overwhelming. What we want is we want the government to get back around the table to resolve this issue so these great people can get back and do the job that they all came into service to do.
We don't think it's a good moment to strike. We don't want to strike. If you remember, I'm sure your viewers will remember the pandemic, the COVID times when on Thursday nights our members, paramedics, other healthcare professionals were applauded by members of the public because of the bravery and the skill with which they were defending the public. We thought at the end of that they would be fairly treated by the government. They've had imposed on them a pay cut, not a pay rise, and not even a pay rise that will keep pace with inflation. At the moment, we just want to talk to the government. We haven't even put a figure on what we want. What we are saying is that it's not acceptable for healthcare professionals to have their pay driven below the rate of inflation because they'll leave to find other jobs, and that's what's happening. That is where the real risk to the public comes from. People not being able to afford to work in the NHS because they're not paid enough. Well,
come back a bit, we can all get it.